You know what's one of the most annoying things ever? Buying cheap stuff and expecting it to work like expensive stuff. That's what I did with this chronograph. We're gonna go ahead and test out these steel core projectiles from Defense Innovation / MCS and see what we get. Here we go. 355. 337. 327. That's 3 shots. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some information sharing with you guys. So again, I just shot some steel core projectiles that I got sent to me from KT. Shout outs to KT from MCS and Defense Innovation. I got a puck sent to me. Well, puck is what I call these containers. They look like a puck, like a hockey puck when they're capped. You get 50 of them for $39.95. Guys, these are designed specifically for high-powered launchers like the X68. Yes, you can use them with other launchers like a lot of us like to do. And that is actually the point and reason why I wanted to actually make this video. Is somebody in my recent video that I posted had brought up a really good point in the comments where they reminded me and everybody else that a lot of these launchers or products that we like to buy for less lethal are meant to be used with certain things, right? Certain offerings also that are out there. And so while we like to push things to the limits, while we like to cross things over as far as product brands and how we use them, these things are intended to be used with certain other things that are offered on these websites. The steel core projectiles offered on Defense Innovation or MCS is one of those for the X68 in particular that should be paired, in my humble opinion, with. Now, a little information about these steel core balls. Now, the actual description on the website is high performance, heavy duty steel core defense projectiles. I'm just calling them steel core balls. They are coated with a nylon / PVC coating. Now, these aren't like the Grimberg ones where it's rubber coating all the way over. I can kind of show you in comparison. I have me some. Here we go. And again, this isn't me dogging Grimberg or anything like that, but I don't know if you get, I don't think the camera's doing it justice. These rubber coatings are the coating for things like this. There's some rough parts like nipples and stuff like that on it that could like slow down the projectile in the barrel if it's not matched right or barrel matched with the projectile. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But the way that they do these versus the way that they do these from Defense Innovation or MCS is a little different, right? These are 2 pieces that snap together around a steel ball. That's how they are. In fact, if I had a little bit more finger strength or tool, I wonder if I could actually snap one open. I doubt it. Yeah, it's just hurting really bad. I don't know why I tried to do that. But take my word for it. So that's how they make these, right? And these are engineered and designed to be super smooth. These are very, very smooth. I can go through all of these and it's really hard for me to find an imperfection, a snag, a hang up on these balls, on these rounds with the way that they are made, the way that they snap together, the way that they're held together, right? I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about here with this demonstration. Now, if you guys don't know, every 68 caliber barrel isn't exactly the same. They're all not equal. There are many different sizes of 68 caliber barrels. Just because you bought something that says 68 caliber doesn't mean that it's actually a good fit for the projectile that you're using. And so again, for this one, the steel core ball presented by Defense Innovation and MCS, it is recommended to be used with a .685 barrel. That's what they intended you to use this projectile with. That's what they say works best. So again, I'm going to show you guys why. This one's a little extreme. This is not even a 68 caliber barrel. This is the .678 barrel size. Obviously, you can see it doesn't fit through with this projectile. The next one is the .682. Doesn't fit through. The next one after that is 0.684. You can force it. You can force it through. Definitely gets caught up, but you got to force it through. The 0.685 is what they recommend, and then you can see it just goes through. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Anything after that, obviously, is going to be loosey-goosey. Yes, it'll fly through the barrel, but you don't want it to be too loose, right? You want it to be just right, like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You want it to be just right. The next thing that they said on their website about this was that they should weigh about 8.25 grams. So I got my little scale here. I'm not going to change the camera angle or anything like that. You guys are just going to have to go with me. I'm going to call out about 3 or 4 of these. Yeah, here, I just picked up 3 or 4 of them at random, and we're going to weigh them out, right? So let me go ahead and bring this to 0. I got my little scale with my little container. I'm going to have to bring it to 0. Here we go. Mind you, this is uncarpeted. The ground is carpeted, and it's a fluffy carpet, so it might be off just a little bit. It does say 0, 0 though right now, with a little bit of variance. I can see it kind of playing a little bit. Hold on. Come on. Let me bring you in the middle of the table. There we go. So this one's saying 8.11. This next one's saying 8.12. This next one is saying, stop moving. Ooh, a lot different. 8.06. And this next one is saying 8.06. Interesting. So we're right around that ballpark of 8.06 to 8.11, 8.10 with the weights. Nonetheless, I'm going to give it a little bit of a kind of, it's not dead on. It's not 8.25 like they were saying. It definitely didn't even hit the 8.2. But I'm going to give it a little bit of a break because, again, I am on a carpeted surface and it just kind of is what it is. Now, again, I just wanted to make this video because I want to remind people that there are options out there. And this person, I don't know if it was a guy or girl because I don't want to assume, had a really good point that they brought up. Again, we have to remember, regardless of what we support, what we like, what we want to show people out there on the interwebs, right? A lot of these products are meant to be used with certain other products that are offered out there. They, quote unquote, will give you the most optimal chance of a variable not happening in the wrong direction, whether it be a power loss or whether it be a malfunction or whatever it is, right? So with all that being said, remember there's options out there, guys. We all like what we like, right? I know a lot of people are really big fans of the Grimberg jewels, and those are meant to work really great with the Grimberg gavel and the carry and probably the solstice and stuff like that. We have these metal aluminum rounds that you can get really inexpensively on Amazon, shipped straight to your door. They do wreck your barrel because they're not coated with anything. It's just metal on metal on metal. And then after a time, you're going to have to get a new barrel. You can even see these impact rounds from Salt Supply Company, right? These are a lot lighter. But there's tons of different options out there. And then again, shout outs to KT. He also sent me, I'm going to do another video about these individually. These are their PVC nylon impact rounds, a lot lighter as well. But he sent me out these to kind of make a video about. But yeah, there are options out there. You don't have to go with the rest of the crowd. Again, just kind of do your own research. Play around with things. Find out what you actually like. I think these are very comparable to the competitors' offerings that are out there. And if that means that I'm supporting the longevity of my X68, right, or my other high-powered launcher, because I'm sticking the brands that are meant to go together, the products that are meant to go together, and kind of protecting my investment, right, protecting my my overall success rate, if you will, I'm going to do so. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have fun. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't also. I'm just saying, think about it, guys. Think about it. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, definitely drop me a subscriber. If you haven't already, drop me a subscribe, and or like the video. What do I know about anything on the interwebs? I'm just an old man sharing my 2 cents with my launcher. Anyway, be supportive is what I'm trying to say. You guys be safe out there. Peace.